Hello and welcome back to another episode of Displaced Yinzer's Beer Reviews. Today I'll be reviewing a beer that I certainly would never purchase myself, but I can't complain. It was an extra in the trade, and extras are just that. You can't complain about an extra that you didn't necessarily want because it's an extra, and I'll appreciate anything. Again, I rated Yingling before, so I'm going to give anything a shot. But I certainly don't usually go out and buy pumpkin beers just because it's not my favorite thing, especially if it's not in some sort of stout base. But I'll show you. This is what I have today. It's Whole Hog Pumpkin Ale. It's from Stevens Point. I noticed the alcohol percentage is 7.5, which I thought was kind of big for a non-pumpkin or Weierbacher pumpkin beer, but I do believe I have had this one before. I don't remember. It's been a really long time because I don't really try to buy pumpkin beers anymore, but I thought I remembered this being one of the better ones, so at least that's something to look forward, I guess. So go ahead and crack this open. Oh, I thought it was a twist off. It looked like it was. Oh, it was a twist off. I guess I'm just weak. Let's do the pour. So I will say the color on it is nice. It's definitely a little deeper amber to red color than most pumpkin ales. A lot of them are more pretty standard orange, maybe dark orange. This is certainly darker than that. I can see how it's reflecting in the camera. It looks a little lighter than what I'm seeing from the other end, but it poured nicely. It wasn't a huge head, but it's not necessarily dissipating right away, which I guess if this was some other style of beer, I'd be happy about that. So I'll give it points for that. Get a smell here. So I do have to admit, for pumpkin beer, that smells pretty good. It's not really too much. There's really not any pumpkin itself, and it's not too much of. It's really not too much of pumpkin spice. Like, not much of that ginger nutmeggy character. It seems to be mainly cinnamon, almost like cinnamon apple. But it doesn't seem like it's too overly spiced. But at the same time, I'm not really getting a lot of beer character. There's not really any caramelization, which I would hope there would be for a beer that's this color. So that worries me a little bit that this might just taste like spices, but it's not overwhelming my nose, so I'm hoping that's not the case. I'm going to take a taste. So that's pretty nice, actually. I'm really surprised at that, actually. It's not way over spiced, which I think is great. I wasn't getting it in the nose, but the taste is a huge pie crust character, which I think is nice. It's not just like bready character. It actually is like a crust taste, which I do get out of like pumpkin a little bit, but pumpkin is so over the top with everything else. This mainly just tastes like, I don't know, this really actually does taste like apple pie because it's balanced with the crust taste and the spices. It's mainly cinnamon, but not all the other ones. I would not want to drink more than this 12-ounce bottle of it, but I have to say that I'm not mad at it, and for the style, it's pretty good. Let me go back again. Just having that second taste, I can already tell that it's gonna. It might have taken me a little bit of time to even get through this whole 12-ounce bottle of it. But it's not palate crushing spice, and it doesn't have any off flavors of some bland, crappy base that some of these have. And I will say, last year I had to drink a lot of Iron City pumpkin beer, which was not good at all. I had purchased it for a party, and not much of it got drunken, and I unfortunately got a quarter barrel, because a quarter barrel of that was cheaper than like a sixth of almost everything else. So I figured, why not? It's worth the money. Well, I regretted it because I don't like wasting beer, so I still drank the rest of it with the help of some other friends, but it was a lot, and I had pumpkin beer until probably almost New Year's, and it was not even as good as this, so it was really, really rough. So I still have like flashbacks about what that beer tasted like, so this is certainly better than that. So I would say, if you like pumpkin beer in general, then I would definitely seek this out. I think it's way better than pumpkin, and if people drink pumpkin because they want something that's stronger to get them drunk, this is at least 7.5%, so it has a little bit of a kick to it. It's not you don't have to drink a whole bunch of it to get the alcohol boost. So that's nice. That's what you're looking for, for a holiday party or something like that. And overall, I mean, if you don't necessarily like pumpkin beer that much, but you like to just have a couple for the season, or Thanksgiving, Halloween, whatever, I think this would be a good one to have. It's really well balanced. It kind of reminds me of Schlafly's pumpkin beer, which I didn't think was too bad. It does taste like they actually put some time into making a decent recipe instead of just making some random amber ale and dumping spices in it. Especially because it's from Stevens Point, which is a really random brewery that none of their other stuff I've ever had has been remotely good. So I'm pretty surprised that this is one of the better pumpkin beers. So I've been refraining in all my other videos from giving a rating, like a Beer Advocate or Untappd rating or whatever you want to call it. 4.5, all that, like quarter stars, none of that. I don't really like doing that because that's really, really subjective, but I have come up with what I think would make a lot more sense, which, excuse me, I think it's just a lot simpler with a rating scale. Basically, dump it, drink it, buy it. Dump it means it's not worth drinking, it's not good, obviously. Drink it means, if you have it in front of you, someone buys it for you, or even if it's at the bar and you're going to be drinking anyways, then, drink it. Buy it means go out of your way to get some because you want to have it several times, or drink it at home when you do have a bunch of selections. So with this, I would say I'd put it on the I'd put it actually on the drink it category, especially if you're a pumpkin beer guy. I would say buy it, but for me, it's a drink it. I don't mind drinking it if someone bought it for me. Then I'd gladly drink it, and that's about it. So thanks everyone, and I look forward to the next video.